bees are dying, and our survival depends on them. That's why 4RB's created the Pure Wave Cell, a breakthrough quantum device proven to help hives thrive, doubling colonies and boosting honey production naturally. Every jar of our Pure Wave honey fuels this mission, supporting beekeepers worldwide. Visit 4RBs.com. That's the number 4RBs.com, and use code WITF for 20% off. Save the bees! Save us all!
Where in the Folk is not and should not be viewed as a news source. Any names, places, or likenesses mentioned are purely fictional, and any information discussed is purely speculative. Guest opinions are their own and do not reflect those of anyone else. Where in the Folk is not responsible for content accuracy of any stories that are told or what people do with these stories. This show is vulgar, sometimes graphic, and due to its content, it should not be viewed by anyone, actually.
Welcome to another episode of Where in the Folk. I hope everybody's had a tremendous day, and thank you for joining myself, Cecil, and Mr. Tully over here. Tenpenny Tully. Double T. So, let's just get right into it while Tully does his stuff. What up, Wolfman? What up,
Wolfman? Nick.
You remember that? Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Never existed. Mandela effect.
Are you kidding?
I am joking. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't looked into it in a while.
What's up, Dixie?
What up? But we'll go ahead and just get right into it. White House officials rushed to redact thousands of Epstein documents before the deadline. Dun dun dun.
And guess what?
What?
It was a nothing burger again.
Yeah, of course. Because they only release what they want to when they're like, we're releasing everything. And then in another 6 months, we're like, we want the documents. Then I'm like, oh, come on, guys. I hope that ain't it. But Justice Department officials are in frantic last-minute push to redact thousands of pages of documents related to Jeffrey Epstein before a congressionally mandated deadline for their releases on Friday, December 19, 2025. The effort stems from the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Let's see. The Epstein Files Transparency Act signed into law by the president last month after bipartisan pressure, which requires the public disclosure of a vast trove of materials. This includes the grand jury records, FBI investigational files, internal discussions, flight logs, financial records, and forensic reports from Epstein's devices. Allowing limited redactions primarily to protect victims' identities, child exploration material, and ongoing investigations or national security, lawyers in the National Security Division pulled from other duties since Thanksgiving. They've been processing up to 1,000 documents per each week. So that's pretty impressive. I'm glad they were able to get through that meeting so fast.
Yeah. So that was the redacting piece of it was like up to last night. They had to release the documents today. And as of, so this was probably 4 o'clock when I pulled this. There was nothing. Like they've released a bunch of redacted documents. Some of them are like fully redacted, like just black pages. They're saying they're doing this to protect the identities of the victims, which they should. But I have a hard time believing that full pages of stuff is identities. But here's the rub, I guess, in all of this is today was only a partial release, even though they were legally compelled to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they said that they're going to be doing more in the coming weeks. So essentially they're breaking their own law right now. As you can imagine, the media is just like raking
one
side or the other. But when it comes down to it, how long has it been since Epstein died? Was it 6 years?
It happened right as COVID was starting. So,
So 5 years. It went through both parties.
Yeah.
And then just today, you're getting redacted documents.
It might have been 6. They might have done it. They might have killed him off before COVID started, and then COVID happened and it go.
Another problem I have with this also is the fact, what was it, 2 months ago, they said there wasn't any files.
Yeah.
There was no files to release, and then they were compelled by law, and then they just released a bunch of redacted documents. Yeah. Up to this point, they did release a bunch, but as of like an hour or two ago, it was just a nothing burger. Nobody's found anything significant in there.
It's just a bunch of black lines, and then it'd be like 4 black line. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Nick. Have you heard of anything actually like new that people didn't know?
Nah, I haven't. I've really lost interest in it because I know they're never going to release anything.
Yeah, they have not released everything, Crystal. You might have missed that part. They broke their own law, is what it amounts to. They said they couldn't make it happen by midnight.
But I don't know, man. I feel like there's this. They fought disclosure on this so long, we'll never hear anything about it. Like we'll never have the truth out of this. It's just what it's going to be.
The only thing I'll say about that, Crystal, is like what a lot of news agencies are doing. Like that actor that got killed this week, Rob
Reiner.
Yeah, or last week.
This week. 3
days after he died, there was a whole docuseries about that.
Yeah, I've seen that. Even if I don't even know if it was 3 days, it might have been less.
Hey, it may have been 2. Hey, Shelby. But yeah, so like 2-3 days after the Reiner guy gets killed, there's a whole docuseries on Hulu about that. And I think what they're doing, and probably what they could have done with these files that were released today, stick them into ChatGPT. And if you've got questions, because there's something now called optical character recognition.
Yeah.
Where even if it's a scanned page, there's AI now that can read those scanned pages. So like even if it's a physical document, like let's say you have something that you signed physically.
Yeah.
There's AI now that can read your signature on that page physically. That used to not be the case. It used to have to be like already in the ether kind of to be readable, but now AI technology does exist to read static pages like that. Even if it's blurry, I forgot to add that part. So even if it's a bad scan, AI will make an accurate guess at what it's supposed to say.
That's going to take away all my secrecy because I still like use carrier pigeon, but I still have to scan the documents.
Yeah. Better clear your internet history, boys.
I do.
Well, that we didn't include this, but did you see, speaking of clearing internet histories, the Hub had a huge leak of it. It was all premium members on the Hub. They had their search histories leaked, and this ransomware company is holding all of this information for a price.
Just ask.
What are you into?
Yeah, I'll write it down for you. I mean, I'll send it.
Give you the recipe. But yeah, some of that stuff I see, and I'm just like, I'm not even going to include that in the news for this week. Yeah, Wolfman. I mean, it may be bad. They're holding it ransom. it's akin to that whole Ashley Madison thing that happened where everybody got leaked, and I'm sure here in about a week, the ransomware or whatever will be like, if you want to see if your husband's on this list, go to this website, and everybody's gonna be freaking out in about T-minus 2 weeks.
I'm really intensive. I can't say it. Oh my God, I can't speak. I'm really looking forward to the day that they follow up and do something like they did on South Park when that country was trying to figure out who the troll was that kept like posting penises on people's faces and stuff. So they just released everybody's internet history to everybody, and it caused big like uproar and stuff. That might come one day. But I mean, that's not. I feel like people really nowadays, for the most part, don't have a whole lot of shame. So if somebody's like, "You give us $1,000 of Apple iTunes, or else we're going to release your search history." I mean, if they did that to me, I'm like, I ain't even got $1,000, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, it's also the same with like you hear about people getting held ransom.
Yeah,
because your camera can see you or whatever.
Yeah.
So like they'll come to you and be like, "Hey, we have footage of you doing explicit things on video because they hacked into your phone camera or whatever." What would you do in that scenario?
I'm like, go ahead and release it. I mean, anybody that wants to watch that, that's their thing. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't me. That's on them. And most of the time, the only thing they're going to see is me doing my morning activity in the bathroom. You know,
Oh, Nick,
watching TikTok.
we were discussing your images before this show, actually, Nick. I got some questions, brother. Oh yeah, thank you, Landa. If you've made it this far into the show and you don't already follow us, give us a follow out there. If you're on BitChute, you're running a week or two behind, so come on Fridays and watch us live.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Nick.
But anyway, I mean, they're and I mean that's what I use. That Nick's funny because that's what I use AI for too, is mainly to make pictures of stuff.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah, I mean,
we got AI slop for Christmas. We got Cecil's swimsuit calendar for Christmas.
And if you like and subscribe, pretty soon we'll be having merchandise up, and that will be one of the things that you can purchase.
A Cecil swimsuit calendar.
It's called the Burly Gentleman calendar. It's pretty nice.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they try to exploit children for that reason. Like with we got your video and are going to release it.
The people that would be concerned are kids, like teenagers probably, and older folk. I think like the people that still are like, oh, well, people know about that. Like,
oh yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And I'm at that age, and I'm that type of person where if that was to happen to me, I'd be like, so what?
You know what?
I've embarrassed myself so much in my life. I think my embarrassment meter is broke.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we get on here and embarrass ourselves every week. So that says something. That's
you might be embarrassing yourself. I'm fucking killing it.
Nick has a good point. You could just create an author profile on Amazon and sell your swimsuit calendar there.
I might need to do that. That's a good idea.
But so the second thing on our weekly list. Well, yeah,
that's
true. I probably would laugh if somebody tried to blackmail me with something like that. I'd show everybody.
Yeah,
I'd be like, look at this stupid. Look at this. Look at how dumb I look in this video.
And then when they try to look away, be like, no, you watch this from the beginning to end.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Nick. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
he could make you cool book.
maybe include the swimsuit calendar as like a bonus.
Yeah, it's a double package deal.
So there was an MIT professor that was mysteriously slain this week. They're trying to say that it was part of a school shooting at MIT,
Oh yeah.
but so they're saying that the killing was linked to a mass shooting 2 days earlier at Brown University in Providence. I'm sorry, Providence, Rhode Island. But this MIT professor, he was a 47-year-old Nuno Lorario. He was an acclaimed theoretical physicist for MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center. So he dies. I remember seeing the headline on Telegram. So he dies, and then it wasn't until this school shooting happens a day or two later where they're like, or a day, yeah, well, he dies a day or two later, and all of a sudden the news is like, oh, well, he died as part of this other shooting. And it just seemed really suspicious to me. So I wanted to dig into it a little bit and see if we could make any connections. And it wasn't until really today that there were any connections to even be made. But you guys can tell me if this is weird or not. So, well, and the dude who apparently did the shooting was also found dead in a storage unit. So there's no further arrests in that whole deal. So that happened on Monday, and today, it was either yesterday late or today, it was announced that everybody probably knows what Truth Social is. It's our president's social media site. They announced a $6 billion merger with a nuclear fusion company and crypto. So it's just bizarre timing. So he was MIT's expert. So like the United States leading expert of plasma sciences and fusion. And then days later, a fusion company makes a deal to merge with a social media company and crypto. But I wanted to, because every website that you're seeing right now is they just keep calling him like a nuclear physicist or a nuclear fusion expert. And he was really a plasma physicist as well. And I don't know if everybody out there knows, but plasma is the secret fourth state of matter. Maybe not so secret, and maybe mainstream thing now. But he just to a background on plasma, it's often likened to magic because plasmas are highly counterintuitive, visually spectacular, and behave in ways that defy experiences with solids, liquids, and gases. Plasmas consist of ionized gas where electrons are stripped from atoms, creating a soup of freely moving positive ions and negative electrons. This gives it unique traits like electrical conductivity and responsiveness to fields. Unlike neutral gases, plasma also conducts electricity superbly and can be shaped or confined by magnetic fields, which allows it to form glowing filaments, balls, or streams that seem to dance or respond to touch, like the plasma globes, if you remember those.
Yeah.
But all of these kind of makes plasma otherworldly, and he focused on the complex behavior of magnetized plasmas, which are superheated charged gases central to both nuclear fusion energy and astrophysical phenomenon like solar flares. His research also helped advance the design of fusion reactors by improving the understanding of how to contain and stabilize plasma to prevent disruptions and harvest energy efficiently. So this very well could be like a free energy situation. while also explaining cosmic events across the universe. At MIT, he joined in 2016, where he became the director of this research. And he was leading efforts to bridge fundamental plasma theory with practical fusion challenges. So, my guess is that he probably had a breakthrough. And they got rid of him. But this deal that got inked it'll merge the president's media and technology group with TAE technology, which would combine nuclear fusion, social media, and crypto, and would also become one of the first publicly traded nuclear fusion companies. The companies say that the all-stock deal is valued at more than $6 billion and is expected to close by July, with shareholders of each company roughly owning half of the entity. So it may not be related, but I think at the very least, with the kind of work that this professor was doing, Nuno was doing with plasma, my gut says that maybe he had a breakthrough of some kind, or like an epiphany of some kind with the energy that he was working with.
It's quite likely, a lot of these things, it seems like they end up being tied into each other somehow. It's just that one right there, though, that maybe I'd like to see what more information we learn along the lines. That one's a long line. You look like Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with that chalkboard behind going with all the lines drawn to it.
It's a stretch, but I mean, what are the odds that the leading expert in this field gets mysteriously murdered 3 days before the biggest merger in that field of science?
That's true. I'm sorry Nick's leaving, because when we get to the next story, I was going to bring up something that's very strange that he said in a little group chat I have compared to the story we're going to go over. And he said it at 7:02, so it's weird.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, with that though, it's really strange. I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that and see how that develops. But the next one, this is weird. So in our group chat, somebody said they made 145 Buckeyes last night. And Nick says, dang, that sounds like a baby farm from Ohio. And literally 40 seconds before we went on air, we was talking about baby farming in America. And while we was talking about that's when he sent that, and I was like, well, that's weird. So you and Nick have some kind of weird connection to my brain. It's fucking with me a little bit. I'm starting to think you guys don't really exist, but only in my mind. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, as a sentient being, I don't know how to reconcile that.
Yeah, but if you were a figment of my imagination, wouldn't you think you're a sentient being?
I mean, like, you might be a figment of my imagination.
Can't be. I'm too crazy.
Maybe you're the craziest part of my imagination.
Oh no, that was just weird to me.
That is strange.
But anyway, we have a new and deeply troubling story about the fertility industry. The Wall Street Journal recently published an investigation revealing that Chinese billionaires are having dozens of U.S.-born babies through surrogacy. One video game executive is reportedly said to have more than 100 children. I can't be around one, dude.
Well, he's not around them.
Oh, that makes sense.
He has nannies.
These elites are building massive families, testing U.S. citizenship laws, and relying on nannies, IVF clinics, and legal firms that specifically set up to support this process. This situation exists largely because of the fertility industry in the United States is extremely unregulated. People from other countries come to the United States specifically to take advantage of the lack of oversight. Fertility tourism has become a massive industry, and this case highlights just how far it's gone. The issue came to light when a family court judge was reviewing routine surrogacy petitions and noticed an unusual pattern. The same name appeared again and again and again and again and again and again and again. A Chinese billionaire was seeking paternal rights to at least 4 unborn children. Further research by the court revealed that he had already fathered or was in the process of fathering at least 8 more children through surrogacy. Woo! That's wild.
Yeah.
The judge called the man in for a confidential hearing in the summer of 2023. He never physically entered the room. Instead, the man, a video game executive who lives in China, appeared via video and spoke through an interpreter. He told the judge that he hoped that to have at least 20 or more additional U.S.-born children through surrogacy, specifically boys, because he believes they were superior to girls and could one day take over his business. Several of his children were reportedly raised by nannies near Irvine, California. While waiting for paperwork, they would allow them to travel to China. He admitted to the judge that he never met them, explaining that he's way too busy to deal with little snot-nosed brats. The judge, the reason that I read so weird is because I feel like one day Tully's going to pull a Anchorman situation on me, and I'm going to be reading through it, and so I try to read ahead before I speak the words, because I don't want to be like, fuck you, San Francisco, you know what I mean?
Why not?
Yeah. The judge was understandably alarmed. Surrogacy is intended to help people build families, she stated, and that this situation does not resemble parenting at all. She denied his request for a parentage, a decision that is highly unusual. As surrogacy parentage requests are typically approved pretty quick. While many will agree that this individual should not be granted parental rights, the decision left the babies in legal limbo regarding custody. The fact that the judge made this ruling is rare and highlights how unregulated the U.S. surrogacy and fertility industries truly are.
Chinese still being battled on is why I included it. Like they're still battling on this today.
Yeah.
And you know, the media likes to beat up on China, but this is definitely happening with all countries.
I would imagine that we're the ones that's happening the most in. It is unregulated around here. Like if you got the money, you can go and be like, hey, I want some donor.
I'm saying, like, think of what other foreign countries would love to have dual citizens here.
True.
Like it's definitely not just China.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and it's a good thing because I mean, a lot of people are having fertility issues because of the plastics and other things in our food and stuff. In vitro is like fertility clinics and stuff like that's useful, but it is strange that people's using it to have
hundreds
kids.
Well, and one of them, like the original dude that had 100, he hired U.S. supermodels to have 10 girls with the plans to eventually marry those girls off to powerful people.
I mean, planning ahead, I guess. That's still insane. Like that's insane,
that's
man.
That's like trafficking level.
It's trafficking. That's what it is. It's like you have these kids. I want to pawn them off so that I can get better, like business partnerships. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And we don't got to read the rest of it.
Yeah.
Just because.
I mean, it's for itself. Yeah.
The rest of it's just rage bait toward China, but this growing market has also drawn the attention of American investors, including Peter Thiel. Mm-hmm. His name keeps coming up and stuff.
How many has he had right around there?
So Peter Thiel's family office is backed a chain of IVF clinics across Southeast Asia as well, and recently opened a branch in Los Angeles. And what's crazy about all this, what is that?
Was
Oh,
what?
thought I heard music or something.
You probably hear Mandy in there jamming out.
Oh, so like Planned Parenthood, this whole industry, the fertility industry, they are lobbying against rules for this. So they're actually putting lobby money out there to politicians. I'm sorry, Landa. I swore I heard like it sounded like Zelda music.
I think Mandy might be jamming a little too hard in there right now. She'll turn down that, man.
It's not bad. It was faint, like a flute or something. I don't know.
Oh, that might have been Pan.
Yeah, maybe I'm just having a on-air stroke or something.
That might have been Pan, though. Luring children to the woods or whatever he did.
From here, we can go wherever you want to. I really don't have
just whatever you want to do. Let's just go right in line, brother. But I don't know. If I had a few $1 billion, I might get 10 or 20 of me running around. You know, if I have to watch them and whatnot, get me a few nannies.
I don't know, man. Because do you really know them? Like, would you trust them?
Well, the thing is, like, if they turn out good and like good at business, you can claim them, but you can disown the other ones when they turn 18. People do that all the time.
Because I'm just like, okay, maybe one of the reasons the government ain't putting a stop to this is because the nannies are really like intelligence assets that are going to groom the children.
It could be. I mean, they're with the percentage that it sounds like they're doing this at, that's more than likely at least one of them is. Yeah, I would say.
So yeah, I don't know. The whole thing just feels skeezy to me.
Yeah, it's rough. I don't like it, but yeah.
So Nvidia announced. So we touched a little bit on the RAM crosses. The price of RAM has jumped 400% in 3 months.
Yeah.
So if you go look at so 32 gigabyte kits for RAM is now routinely exceeding $300 just for extra RAM. And on top of that, on the heels of this, Nvidia now says that they're going to be cutting graphics card production. They make a consumer GeForce RTX 50 series graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying that supply potentially is going to be reduced by 30 to 40% compared to the same period last year. The move stems from ongoing global shortages of GDDR7 and other memory types, exacerbated by explosive demand from AI data centers that has driven up prices and strained supplies across the industry.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, so you know that ballroom that they're building in the White House?
Yeah.
There's a pretty good case to be made that they're building some sort of data center under that.
More than likely. This sends up some signals for sure. So these data centers, along with consuming mass amounts of energy, destroying water and things of this nature, and just plain being ugly in these areas, is also going to be taking away the average person's ability to buy RAM for a computer.
Yep.
Cards, video cards, to buy sound cards, to buy a computer. It's going to be harder. So what does that do to the phone industry too, though? It should impact it pretty hard.
Once once they get their claws in with this stuff, it's like they're waving this as like the better way. It's the future, like to use all of these AI generative tools.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's going is they're making it for free at first, and then they'll either charge money. They'll probably wait until like people get so illiterate that they have to ask ChatGPT for stuff
Mm-hmm.
and then start charging money. Because I think originally when phones came out, you bought the hardware and then you had the switchboard operators and stuff, and eventually you had to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I think, it's just going to go in the way of everything else. Like they get all this stuff in place. Do you think they're going to pay for the offset of electricity? Absolutely not.
No.
They're not going to pay anything. It's like every other model right now. It's like, how can we squeeze as much as humanly possible out of everybody?
Well, my thought is, because this is things that they've been working on. You can look it up. It's definitely stuff they're trying to get implemented. They're going to make it to where you can't have a home computer. Like you won't be able to. So what's the next thing that they can do? Implants.
Well, your privacy's already gone. Like out the window.
The next thing they can do, because they're already wanting to make it to where you don't have to dial on your phone like ChatGPT. You'll just be like, hey, phone, call blah, blah. Hey, phone, tell blah, blah this. So eventually, what it seems like might be the case is they're trying to get it to where people get implants to where you won't be carrying anything. It'll just be right here. I'm not down with that. It sounds cool for sure, but
no.
God, dude.
And in our global domination episode, I think we covered the CIA. Well, I can't remember if it was a CIA or just a DARPA patent for like translating thoughts.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been thinking about something and then you see it on your phone an hour later, could be related.
Yeah.
It does, Landa.
Exactly. I just don't know, man. Like there has to be a reason. AI is cool. Yeah, it's fun to make pictures on, but people still need to think. People still need to create, or else what are people? And that AI is literally taking away having to create anything. You can think up what you want. Like, oh, I want a song like set in the 1950s about drinking Mountain Dew and chewing bubble gum, and then make it. But that takes away all creativity. Like, that's not creative to tell something you want something and then it makes it for you. Like, I used to draw a lot, and since I started messing with ChatGPT, I don't draw at all anymore. I just tell it what I want on a picture. I'm part of it. I'm part of the thing. Like,
yeah, but that's how they've engineered this, though.
Yeah,
is to have everybody willingly walk into the boiling water.
Yep, that's the way it goes.
So I'll hit a quick one before we go on break.
Yeah, you will.
But so the Dollar Tree has announced they're raising their maximum price to $7.
These sons of, it's a Dollar Tree. Is it, you need to change the name to the $7 Tree?
And they say the CEO says that this actually helps attract higher income shoppers, like people earning over $100,000. And this comes on the heels of when they announced the $1.25 base price increase. Throughout 2025, they've experimented with items beyond $7 to see what it looks like. And I was wondering like who the top shareholders were. The top two shareholders of Dollar Tree currently are Vanguard and BlackRock.
Of course.
And in the past year, since they've been testing the stuff, their stonk price has went up 83%.
Just 83?
Just 83. But for a shareholder, that's a really good return. That's an 83% increase in 1 year.
Yeah, that's insane. That's a lot.
So even if you had $1,000 with them, now you'd almost have $2,000 in stocks.
Almost. Oh God. And the Dollar Tree is the last place that I could go and feel like I could really buy things. You know what I mean? No, I don't like that tall.
Yeah,
Dollar
well,
General and a dollar like you can't get nothing for $1 at Dollar General.
you pretty much have to. Like we were talking around Thanksgiving, Aldi was one of the only companies to step up and be like, we're going to help the poor people.
It's because they're a German company.
Yeah, it took a German company to help out the needy in America.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so wild. So wild.
But yeah, that's kind of the rip of the news today.
Yeah.
And
things that happen.
3-Eye Atlas.
3-Eye Atlas is coming.
It's passing, I think.
Yeah, it's here right now. I can see it out the window.
Can you?
No. I wouldn't know what it was. But yeah, there's some bigger stuff in the news, but of course we don't have enough time to go over it. Like especially the Bondi attacks in Australia. That's the first thing that's in 20 years. Yeah. Longer. It's been almost 30 years since that the mass shooting that banned all guns in Australia. These people carried it out with bold actions, though, I'm pretty sure.
Do you know only 6% of people in Australia have guns?
Yeah, because of the last mass shooting that occurred. They banned almost everything. Now you gotta have a special license for hunting, and now I say that they won't be able to do that anymore because these guys attacked with bolt action rifles. I'm pretty sure. We'll try to cover that next week or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, come on over to Strange Frequencies. We'll be playing something here for you in between shows while Tully and I collect ourselves. And I think Steven's coming, ain't he?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So Atlas has already passed. 3-Eye Atlas passed this morning at 1 a.m. Eastern.
I didn't want to work my name.
No alien invasion from our.
No. How do we know though? They could have landed in Antarctica, and we just don't know.
Yeah, it was the Israeli Harvard physics professor that said that it was a hostile alien vessel. I wonder what he's saying about all this.
They decided to pass us. They started coming toward us. Then they heard straight out of Compton. It's like, we better not mess around over there.
Yeah, it's like those TikToks where it's like the sub banging in an old car, like the truck's shaking.
Yep. But yeah, come on over to Strange Frequencies after we play a little clip of something, recollect ourselves, and get into the mindset to go over final words of some crazy final words and some nice and tasty final meals of death row inmates. It's going to be. Yeah, I didn't know it already passed either. I was really hoping that this was Dan Unaki coming back. I thought it was time.
All right, I got us. I'll play a little bit of the domination episode.
Domination.
All right, we'll be back in 14 minutes.
14 minutes and some seconds. See y'all then.
Let's see. And get it shared.
Get it shared. Yeah, sharing, brother.
Look, it's us.
Nice.
From places.
It's going right over top of you tonight. There you go.
I fixed it.
Yeah.
I'll just scoot over.
Yep, 40. Yep.
Yep.
And I about pulled my damn knee out the other day.
It only goes downhill from there, just FYI.
Walking. All right, let's get started.
All right, so let's get into this, and we're going to start with electronics that are listening and selling your data.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start about when Edward Snowden, former contractor for the National Security Agency, revealed in June of 2013 that the U.S. and several allied governments were operating a vast, previously undisclosed global surveillance apparatus that collected telephone metadata, internet communications on an unprecedented scale. The leaked documents showed that the NSA was secretly obtaining records of billions of phone calls made by ordinary citizens inside the U.S., including the number style, the call duration, and the location data under a program authorized by Section 215 of the Patriot Act. Additional programs, such as PRISM, allow direct access to user data from major technology companies, while upstream collection tapped fiber optic cables carrying international internet traffic, capturing emails, chats, and browsing history of both Americans and foreign nationals with minimal judicial oversight. So the disclosures also exposed a British program called Tempora that intercepted massive volumes of global communications, the existence of X-Keyscore, a system that gives analysis nearly real-time access to almost any individual's online activity without prior authorization, and efforts to deliberately weaken encryption standards and insert backdoors into commercial products. These programs operated largely in secret with only limited briefings to congressional committees and frequent misleading statements to the public and lawmakers about their scope. Snowden's revelations triggered worldwide debate about mass surveillance, led to legal challenges that eventually curtailed some bulk collection practices and prompted reforms to oversight mechanisms, though many of the core programs continued in modified form under new legal authorities.
What's up, Wolfman?
Right there, looking back, we really didn't have a ton of hacking back before that compared to what we do now.
Well, I mean, when I was
more specialized, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, it was a lot easier to hack, but there wasn't really a lot of these government sources and stuff wasn't using, the internet and storage stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
This, everybody kind of forgets that this all kind of started with LifeLog. DARPA had created LifeLog in 2003, and this was going to be something. This is where I think all this data collection started. So this was, going to be a media service, and DARPA went offline on February 4th of 2004 after criticism concerning the privacy implications of the system, per Wikipedia. So if you believe Wikipedia,
there needs to be a big asterisk there.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about this was that in February of 2004, this LifeLog media system where everybody's going to upload all their pictures and talk to each other and all this stuff, and the government would have control over it, went offline in February of 2004. On April 13th of 2004, Facebook got its LLC. And so they just basically changed the brand from LifeLog to Facebook at that point.
Yeah.
And we just went with it. Now, the reason LifeLog went down was because of criticism from the public. But some little Harvard kid who dropped out of school made a cool thing, and everybody just kind of submitted to it. Mm-hmm. So that's where all this, I think, started stemming from.
Gotcha.
And,
that was everybody put all their information on there for free.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to hack into anybody. Whenever you started up the social media, MySpace was an early thing. Facebook, and then Twitter.
In the beginning, Facebook was almost strictly a college thing, and you actually had to have an invitation to join.
Mm-hmm.
How can you get everybody to join except to start it as a you're not invited situation? It's kind of like if you had a South Park analogy. I like using those. Like when Cartman bought the amusement fair, the amusement park, he wouldn't let nobody in there. But before he bought it, it was failing. Nobody would come. And when he wouldn't let anybody in, he started letting the little people in to pay for certain things. And then eventually everybody wanted to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Larry, you definitely have a point there. You can find almost anything on YouTube now. And Wolfman, do you accept the terms and conditions is the biggest lie in this decade and century? We all tell that lie every time we sign up for something.
Yeah, nobody reads all the time.
I've never read the terms and conditions.
I have. How do you know if you agree to something if you don't read it?
Oh, I know, and I should know. But The
It's just
reality
it's just
is-
crazy because they put that like in children's games. Like I downloaded the game recently, and the we call them the T's and C's. The T's and C's was just literally boilerplate legal language. Like, how do you expect a 12-year-old to understand like litigation terms? You know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous.
Hey, and when I worked for, corporate America at a call center, that was our go-to when somebody's like, oh, well, my, voicemail's not working. Well, voicemail is a free feature and we do not guarantee service. Well, how am I supposed to know that? Well, it's in your terms and conditions. I mean, that was your fallback anytime somebody wanted to argue that point. You signed
That's
off
true,
on it.
Larry.
When I worked, I mean, it's the same thing as working in finance when I used to do that. They'd be like, "Oh, didn't even agree to this," and I'm like, "Oh, you didn't agree to it? So I guess you still have that money, huh?" Like, like,
Right?
same thing. Like,
Yeah, exactly. All right, so then we're going to fast forward 10 years. So nearly every modern internet connection device in a typical home has a microphone and a lot of times camera that can be activated remotely or is always listening for a wake word. And most of them are built by companies whose primary revenue comes from collecting and monetizing their user data. The main categories include smart speakers like Amazon Echo, Alexa devices, the Google Nest Audio, Apple HomePod, smart TVs from virtually all major brands, Samsung, LG, Vizio, TCL, Roku, etc., which run operating systems that track viewing habits and share data with advertisers, and streaming devices such as Roku Sticks, Amazon Fire TV, Google Chromecast, and Apple TV that do the same. Video doorbells and security cameras, Ring, Nest, Arlo, Blink, Wise, Eufy, cloud models continuously record audio and video around entrances and yards, with footage often stored on company servers and accessible to employees or law enforcement under certain conditions. Virtually all smartphones and tablets, iPhones, Androids, and iPads keep microphones active for voice assistants such as Siri, Google Assist, Bixby, and Alexa apps, while laptops, webcams, and many desktop computers have built-in mics that can be turned on by software updates or malware. Smart appliances like certain refrigerators, Samsung models with voice features, thermostats such as the Nest or the Ecobee, and even some microwave ovens with light bulbs with voice control contain microphones. Gaming consoles such as PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, the Nintendo Switch when docked with certain accessories, and children's toys with cloud connectivity also listen for commands. In most cases, these devices transmit audio snippets and metadata to corporate servers for processing, and the companies openly state in their privacy policies that they may use the data.
All right, listen up. Toss that inhaler in the trash right now. Seriously, they've been lying to you. That pump doesn't cure anything. The real fix for COPD isn't at the pharmacy. It's sitting in your fridge. Did you know COPD and chronic bronchitis can actually be reversed? But doctors, they'll just tell you it's age, smoking, pollution. That's only half the story. Forget the studies. This is next level stuff. Declassified from a black ops program. They built it for elite units operating in poisoned air, keeping them at peak performance no matter what. The root cause? Tiny valves in your blood get jammed shut. When that happens, toxins can't escape. They just cycle back into your lungs, suffocating you from the inside. This military-grade method unclogs those valves in your bloodstream, lets your body do what it's supposed to. No meds, no steroids, no oxygen tanks, just one simple move you can start tonight to breathe clearly again. The results are insane. This fix is so classified.
The $30 billion inhaler
industry is trying to scrub it off the internet because their entire business depends on your lungs never getting better. Over 200,000 people are already using it. They're walking farther, breathing deeper, waking up without hacking up a lung. It hits the root cause. Once those valves open, your breathing and energy come back for good. So stop what you're doing, click the Learn More button below, and watch this short free video. It shows you how to naturally rebuild your lungs. No exercise, no shots, no prescriptions, no matter how many decades you smoked. Imagine no more gasping, No more waking up, choking, no more embarrassing your family. Just taking a deep, easy breath again. Click learn more below and watch the free video before it's too late.
For personalized advertising, share it with third-party partners, or retain it indefinitely unless the user opts out, if there even is an opt-out offered. The data broker, yeah, that's a big thing because and a lot of times it's like a gym membership. You can sign up for it like that, but it takes an act of Congress to get unsubscribed.
I don't think there's a way to get your vehicles to stop listening to you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We recently pulled the trigger and bought a newer car back in whenever it was this year, and I didn't pay for OnStar, but the little OnStar light is always on.
Yep,
it's always on.
Yep, same.
So I don't know.
Same.
I don't know.
And you know, that's when Mo got his Jeep recently. He intentionally looked for one at least 10 years old, so it didn't have all of those features in it.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, he still has a cell phone, so
where this is all going, so the data broker industry, it basically companies that collect and package and sell your data from all of these sources, because it's always everybody usually like fizzles out and finally you're just like, well, what do I care? Like, what do I care if they got my data or not? Like, what interesting thing are they going to learn about little old me?
Right.
And you may not have anything. Like, it's not like the government's coming after you, but as we continue to grow in this hellscape of like paid services and ads, everywhere we look now, there's ads everywhere. And these companies are oriented on how can we keep selling more and more and more stuff. And as they do that, your data as a consumer becomes so much more valuable because it's getting harder and harder to sell as everything continues to go up in cost and we continue to not get more money. Like our pay isn't increasing at the rate that everything has exploded in price over the last 5 years.
I read a political mailing a couple of days ago that said the prices are coming down, but people are buying more or paying more because they have so much trust in it. I'm like, dude, you just lied your ass off.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about phones yesterday. There's an article that I'll probably put in next week's show that's basically it's to the effect of people aren't buying new phones fast enough, and that's a problem for the economy.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Like, that's a real headline.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing is, like I said, you know, like you said, they're doing all of this targeting, but how many times we talked about the fact that you are thinking about something and you go to start typing and it immediately pops up when you haven't typed but a letter, because it starts learning you. You know, you're the algorithm that it is learning from.
I'm just happy that I can type the letter P now and it doesn't autofill anymore.
Nice.
Because they banned that here in Kentucky.
So the data industry, as it stands today, is worth anywhere between $30 and $180 billion annually. Marketing isn't the only thing they do with the data, though. So that's a big one, advertising and marketing. But they also sell your data.
The bees are dying, and our survival depends on them. That's why 4RBs created the Pure Wave Cell, a breakthrough quantum device proven to help hives thrive, doubling colonies and boosting honey production naturally. Every jar of our Pure Wave honey fuels this mission, supporting beekeepers worldwide. Visit 4RBs.com. That's the number 4RBs.com, and use code WITF for 20% off. Save the bees. Save us all.
Welcome to Strange Frequencies. And thank you for joining myself and Tully as we cover last meals of some famous folks, and we cover some nice final words. Some nice final words.
Hey, Mandy. Hey, Shelby. That wasn't the real Stephen and Morgana. I have a different shirt on.
Yeah.
It wasn't the real me either.
I love that. We like to make a entrance.
I forget you said that scares you to death. But, so I'm thinking about making like an actual intermission video that we can just loop with some nice chill music. That way, whenever it says, but wait, it just scares you even worse.
I want it to be like a old fashioned Latino jazz or something like. Yeah. We're waiting for Steven to get connected, then we'll start off and get rolling. I'm working on something to get a better connection with my phone, and then when I finally can, and Mandy can hear everybody on here when we call her, I'm going to pull her in randomly one night and settle this what's better, IHOP or Waffle House debate that we've been having in this household. I want you guys to chime in.
That ain't even a debate.
It's not, but she seems to think it is. So we'll have that discussion one time here soon. Stephen, are you with us?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, we can hear you. Yeah, absolutely. Solid. All right, good deal. Your video still ain't working. I think it's trying its best here. Yeah.
It might be fire, Crystal, but there just ain't nothing touching the Waffle House.
You ain't getting the Waffle House grace. You're not getting the Waffle House experience. It's different. At IHOP, they try to treat it like a family thing. Waffle House, they try to treat it like, a nice rundown place with good food.
Where else are you going to go to get twerked on while you're waiting on your eggs?
Yep. It's very rare that you get twerked on while you're waiting on eggs. Very rare. But what's that?
I'm having trouble trying to figure out the camera. So I was trying to use the computer tonight, and I may not be able to do it.
You may have to go into the actual, like, if you can see the settings at the bottom of the bar, Stephen, and physically change what your camera's working through to whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, if you're using a laptop or something that's got a camera, it looks like that the camera might have something over it, because that's what mine looks like whenever I try to use my computer camera.
Oh yeah, make sure it don't have a slider over the camera.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, I do it all the time.
Okay, now everyone knows how tech savvy I am.
No, I got the same thing. I do it too. See.
Oh,
It's happened to all of us at some point.
I've done it.
Oh, great.
Good to have you with us, Stephen.
It is good to have you with
Yeah.
us.
Amen.
So do you guys want to get started on the food or the last words? How you want to do it?
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, wherever you want to go with it.
How about we do one that ties in together?
Let's do it.
All right,
Sure.
let me get back to this
Is
here.
somebody that prophesized their last meal?
No, yeah, it's even funnier. I gotta get back to it. Let me get back to it. So Thomas Grasso in Oklahoma, his last meal was spaghetti with meat sauce, a double cheeseburger,
And this is somebody who got executed, just to
Yeah.
clarify.
French fries, a strawberry milkshake, and he was executed. Now, how this ties into famous last words. When he was getting ready to be executed, his famous last words was, "I did not want my spaghetti. I did not get my SpaghettiOs. I got spaghetti. I want the press to notice."
Hey.
And if you want a SpaghettiOs and you got spaghetti, I can totally understand.
Yeah.
How that would be. How something
Agreed.
that you. So.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good last meal to me. I like spaghetti over SpaghettiOs. Yeah.
I don't think I would have either one of those as my last meal.
Depends on what the spaghetti's from.
Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna get your request on the last meal, I mean, why not tell them I want a rack of beef ribs, the big monster dinosaur bones.
I want that thing. I want that thing that they put on Fred Flintstone's window. That'd be the stuff right there.
Yeah, that'd be what I'd want. Yeah.
I don't know why, but this list I pulled up Dennis Rader's last words. Here's a little fact: Dennis Rader's not yet deceased, so I don't know why it's even on there.
Weird.
Yep. But let's see some more last meals while Tully's googling stuff.
Oh no, I'm social media and
I know
I've got some stuff.
All right, Gary Gilmore. He's somebody that famously demanded execution. His last meal was a hamburger, hard-boiled eggs, and coffee. And coffee
At once?
Yeah, he was the one that inspired the phrase "just do it." Whenever he was
do it,
just
like
do
the
it.
Nike phrase.
I'm assuming so. Yeah,
and then Nike stole it.
probably that's probably where they got it. His meal was as blunt and utilitarian as he was. So, that sounds so disgusting. A hamburger, hard boiled eggs, and coffee.
Yeah, that does sound disgusting.
Yeah, it was Arlene Warren Osas for just a cup of coffee and ended up not drinking it. Her last words were insane. They were pretty wild. I can't remember them verbatim.
I can't believe they even proceeded with execution with her, like with her IQ and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Florida. It might as well be Texas.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like I think there was enough evidence of abuse and stuff.
Oh yeah,
that some of those could have been even argued self-defense.
Yeah. Her last words kind of let you know the mind that she had. Is what was it? I've got it somewhere. Let's see. Here we go. I'd just like to say I'm selling with The Rock, and I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus, June 6th, like the movie Big Mothership and all. I'll be back.
Yeah,
maybe she will. Maybe she rode the 3AI Atlas in and she's making her way back from Antarctica.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
But I mean, even the way that she phrased that together, that's like a surreal mixture of like delusion of religion and even throwing some pop culture in there. So I mean, she was all over the place at the end. And Arlene Warmos, she's one of the ones that I don't know if she wanted execution, I believe, deep down in her soul. She had a really rough life. But a lot of these serial killers did, but I don't know.
So the quick answer is no, Shelby. She asked a really cool question. Has anyone ever asked for a food allergy meal to avoid execution? That's definitely playing chess, not checkers.
That's what I'm gonna do if I'm ever in a situation. Can I get a bowl of live bees?
It would have to be a non-documented allergy. If they knew you had it, they will not serve you something that you're sensitive to.
Yeah. The bad thing about this right here, though, is in the 2010s, states there were several states, including Texas, that stopped allowing the special last meal.
That's wild, dude. I get that a lot of these people that go to execution stuff did some crazy stuff, but I mean that's like a a bon voyage situation. You know what I mean? Like, boy, have a good day. You know.
I just saw a funny one. James Edward Smith requested his last meal be dirt, and the request was denied. And it's frequently cited in debates about why last meals are denied because people were asking for crazy stuff.
I just wonder if anybody ever ordered like X-Lax for their last meal, just to be.
There's some people that ate some stuff that might as well order some X-Lax.
Yeah. I mean, that right there. Who's the poor person that had to take care of things? Because it's whoever did that, they didn't get paid enough. I have no idea what they got paid.
I think they put them. I really think that they put them in diapers. A lot of times. Let's see. Whenever they.
Let's see. It gave me just to hit some. I can hit some quick ones. Oh, Ted Bundy actually declined his last meal.
Yeah, he didn't eat a last meal.
He was convicted of multiple murders of young women. If you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Timothy McVeigh. His last meal was 2 pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. And he was convicted of the 1995 OKC bombing. And that is a conspiracy.
Yeah.
A bad conspiracy.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get blocked for something?
What got blocked? YouTube blocked you?
That's funny. That would be wild if
Yeah.
YouTube blocked her. Wow. Huh. Well, there we go. Censorship at best, blocking people without us even knowing.
Yeah.
So Lawrence Brewer, you was talking about the X-Lax. I think this was his goal. Lawrence Brewer, his last meal was chicken fried steak, delicious. Bacon cheeseburger, fine. Fried okra, love it. Jalapenos, pizza, ice cream, and peanut butter fudge.
What was he convicted of?
He murdered somebody. Who was it? Let's see. James Byrd Jr., I think it was. Yeah. James Byrd Jr. It was a horrible one. These guys were white supremacists, and they actually drugged a poor guy to death. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, that happened back in the 90s. I can't remember when. It was like.
Yeah. Ian Pistol from Romania, his last meal was a onion omelet.
Onion omelet.
An onion omelet.
Ew.
From Romania. Maybe that's something special over there.
It might be.
I don't know. At the Waffle House, I get onions on stuff sometimes, like omelets or hash browns.
Yeah, I like getting my hash browns capped. You know what I'm saying? The mushrooms.
I like smothered covered usually.
Yeah, smothered covered. I don't know. I like them cap.
Can you do that at the Waffle House?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's called cat. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's been so long since I've ate there because Mandy likes IHOP better than Waffle House.
The jalapenos is called peppered.
Yeah, the jalapenos are delicious.
What are cheese doodles? Is that like the puffs?
Yeah, cheese puffs.
Yeah.
Velma Barfield, her last meal was cheese doodles and Coke.
I can see that.
She was convicted of poisoning multiple people.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer's. That's funny.
Yeah. That is pretty funny.
Let's see.
If you're listening only, you gotta come to the video to see that comment. It's a good one.
I threaten to give out knuckle sandwiches all the time. Let's see. Peter Curtin, he was convicted of multiple murders in the late 1920s. His last meal was Wiener Schnitzel and white wine. That would have been the play. Like it back then, you could request alcohol. You just request a bottle of Barton's and take it to the dome.
Yeah. Let's see. Stephen Wayne Anderson. I think this is the same guy. Stephen Wayne Anderson's last meal was 2 T-bone steaks, grilled onions, bacon, buttercorn, rolls, apple pie, and ice cream. I will say that one thing that must be in my last meal is some ice cream. I will also say that I'm severely lactose intolerant. But I love ice cream. It's one of those things, like, I know it's going to cause me great pain, but through great suffering comes great reward.
Do you like pistachio stuff?
I love pistachios.
Me too. So at Jungle Gyms, there used to be this brand of ice cream that was small batches. You could only get it by the pint. And this was pistachio ice cream. And in the ice cream, it had chunks of pistachio macaroons in the ice cream.
Ooh.
And this was like off the chain. And it's only offered around this time of year. I went there for something and I picked up a pint. I saw it. And it no longer has the chunks of pistachio macaroons in it. And it is just don't hit the same.
No, sir. Don't like that. We went to Jungle Gyms last week, and it was a very weird experience. I bought nothing for myself, and Mandy spent like $9 there. Like, it's the least we've ever spent at Jungle Gyms.
I've walked in and only, like, normally I intentionally don't get like a cart or a buggy just so that I don't spend money. Like, I'm going after one thing.
Steven, if you've never been to Jungle Gyms, it's hard to explain.
There's only 2 in America, and they're both here.
Yeah, it's really hard to explain. If you're ever in Cincinnati, swing by it.
It's the size of like 9 super Walmarts, and each super Walmart is a different like country.
Yeah.
And then there's one that's like a general area, and that they've got, I don't know, there's a hot sauce section and seasoning section that's as big as a Dollar General store.
Yeah. And
Really?
I would say my favorite area is the hot sauce section, and probably the candy section. When I go into the candy section, I do the little spinning in the rain dance. Like
that's where this massive lava lamp came from, was Jungle Gyms.
Yeah.
Really?
But something fun, a fun fact, Crystal, since you've been there, and maybe for a lot of people listening, if you don't know the history around this area, so we have a theme park called Kings Island. It's one of the biggest ones in America. Before it was Kings Island, it was actually a safari park. And by safari park, I mean basically an open zoo.
Yeah.
So they had a huge fenced-in area, hundreds of acres, and you could take safaris. Well, as you can imagine, there were situations where people got killed by wild animals, including young workers that were there. One of them famously was kind of careless around tigers, and he decided to get out of his truck without his walkie or his weapon and use the restroom, and a pack of lions got him.
Hey.
And this place was open, I think, from like the 70s to the early 90s. maybe like 1990, and there's been a ton of deaths on that property. But when they closed the safari park, they took the trains from the safari park. And if you ever go to Jungle Gyms in Eastgate, maybe even the other Jungle Gyms too, leading into the entryway is a train, and those are the actual trains from the safari park.
Ah, sweet.
And that's why it's animal themed, is because of the safari.
When we came up there last week, it was in the middle of that snowstorm, and we walked outside, and I looked up at them trains, and I looked back. I was like, this would be the perfect place to survive the zombie apocalypse. Like, it's unlimited.
It take a while to run out of food there.
Unlimited food, and you could sleep in them trains. Nothing could get to you. Like,
Crystal, awesome. I actually had a family member that worked there forever. He was an architect. So we used to get free tickets and come up when I was a kid.
Best I could ever do was Kentucky Kingdom.
I never went to Kentucky Kingdom.
I went to Disneyland a few times when we lived in Florida when it was cheap, and we lived like 15 minutes away from Disneyland, but I don't remember liking it. My favorite thing was Gatorland.
That seems solid.
Yeah, Gatorland was fun.
Yeah, you still have a vendetta against them, so that's
yeah. Gatorland was fun. I like to go there now and work and throw rocks at them. But anyway, John Wayne Gacy, one of the top hitters of the true crime world. Final meal: fried chicken, fried shrimp, French fries, fresh strawberries. That sounds like something I might order. And his famous last words were, "Kiss my ass."
So one of the most famous trials in the early 1900s, Bruno Hauptmann, he was accused and convicted of kidnapping and murdering the Lindbergh baby, Charles Lindbergh.
Yeah.
His last meal was celery, olives, peas, chicken, and cake.
Nice. That sounds good to me.
I'm not familiar, Crystal.
Americana.
What is that?
I don't know.
I'm not originally from here. I'm an import. I know a lot of weird Cincinnati history, though.
Dolly's like, I know where crawfish is.
Yeah, I could give you a grand tour of crawfish, but not anything up here.
I'm leading from the mouth of crawfish all the way to the ass in the curry branch.
What about some crazy deathbed confessions?
Let's hear it.
So there was a silent film actress. Her name was Margaret Gibson. On her deathbed in 1964, reportedly called for a priest and confessed to killing director William Desmond Taylor in 1922, which was a sensational, unsolved Hollywood murder tied to scandals, drugs, and jealousy. Witnesses overheard her muttering his name and admitting guilt, but the case remains officially unsolved, even though her confession fueled speculation in one of the biggest cinema mysteries of the early 1900s. I have no idea what that is, Crystal.
I don't even know what Monroe is.
Monroe, Ohio, maybe?
Monroe, like Maryland or Charles. But let's see.
I got you. Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah, I've been to Monroe, Louisiana.
No,
That's before you get to Mississippi.
I've just never been in that area of Ohio, I don't think.
Charles Dickens' last words are kind of ominous. On the ground. Keep me on the ground. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe
what do you think about all these people that are opting in to get shot by the firing squad?
If I was in that situation, that'd be the one I'd take.
What, you would pick that over the drugs?
100%, dude. I feel like the drugs are probably a lot more painful than they let on.
Than getting shot?
I mean,
I don't know, dude. I think getting shot and bleeding out would be more painful than the drugs.
One right here, I mean, you're done in seconds. You know what I mean?
You still got to bleed out. You still got to bleed out, and they say your brain still has activity for ever how many seconds. So you're definitely going to be there for it.
Your brain will still have activity with the drugs.
Yeah, but you'd be out of it. I mean, imagine like when they put you under for anesthesia, like you're gone. Like it's like a blink of an eye.
I've heard people say that, like people said it feels like hot fire burning through their veins and stuff like that. I just don't. What if they don't do the right mixture? You know? What if I accidentally gained 5 pounds when I ate my last meal and it wasn't enough to put me out? You know what I mean? Because if I had last meal, I'm eating.
What if you could choose like, okay, any execution style in history, what are you choosing?
Guillotine.
Yeah,
I
feel like that has to be like up there with the worst.
I want to see how many times I can blink my eyes after it's done, like that math teacher that they cut his head off. He got 13. I want 14.
Wow. Yeah. to me, the simplest way to do it, if they just started drawing blood out of you, you're just going to go to sleep and you just won't wake back up.
Why haven't they done that?
I don't know. It's too humane because that's exactly what was happening. If they slowly drew out all your blood after you lost a few pounds, you go out and eventually you would expire and there would be virtually no pain. I would think.
Yeah, you would just fall asleep.
Yeah.
So there was obviously like there's been a lot of like evolution in self-assisted suicide. Some not good, some good.
Yeah.
But for people who were terminally ill, one of the ways that they were self-exiting was, so at Walmart you can go to the craft section and there's those tanks of helium. They were getting the tanks of helium, and apparently it's a very like euphoric way to kind of go to sleep and just drift off.
Really? Like how much do you have to?
Helium's like toxic in large quantities.
That's not good. No, I remember being in high school and we had one of those tanks and we was running around killing it, laughing and giggling.
I don't want to say that may sound stupid. It's not really that helium's toxic as much as it is you don't have any oxygen.
Huh.
Yeah.
Anything's toxic if oxygen isn't present. You know what I'm saying? Like any gas is going to be detrimental if you don't have oxygen.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of Andrei Chikatilo?
Nope.
He was a Russian. He killed more than 50.
So maybe it's Andre.
No, his name's like Anderi.
Andre.
Sure. But anyway, he killed 50 people. Like he was like he was the one that pulled his pants down in court and said, "Look at my penis." Like he was out there. But his last words were, "Save me. I was sick."
You're saved. Like
we need to do an episode on him sometime. We need to get back to some true crime episodes. It's been a while.
What do you? I've got some on the list that you don't ever look at.
What list?
I would say I I would say add them to the list, and we'll talk about whatever you want to.
I kind of just come in here on Fridays like, what are we talking about?
How about funny? How about a funny last words?
Let's hear it.
Jean-Philippe Rameau, who was a composer, objected to a song being sung at his bedside. He said, "What the devil do you mean to sing to me, priest? You're out of tune."
That's like a Frank Gallagher. Like, you don't even sound good.
You sound like crap.
Oh my goodness. Oh, could you imagine?
Totally, if you get to be next to my bed, I want you to say something that leads me into the that's what she said. It's got to be timed right, though, man. We only get one chance.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. George Orwell's last written words were, "At 50, everybody has the face they deserve."
wow.
That's true. That is true. Dang, son, I'm gonna be good if I can maintain this boyish charm, this boyish good looks until I'm 50. 10 more years. Dang. Let's see. Famous last words.
I got some more weird confessions if you want me to hit some of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know either, Landa. So Frank Thorogood, he was a builder. He was working on Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones estate, and he was the last person to see him alive. Reportedly confessed on his deathbed to Jones's driver, "It was me that did Brian. I just finally snapped." And Jones drowned in his pool in 1969 under suspicious circumstances, ruled misadventure, but the confession was later denied by the recipient, leaving it controversial and unproven.
That's weird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a strange one. That's crazy, man. So they're saying that guy off Brian Jones, huh?
Yeah, he drowned him.
Huh.
He admitted to it on his deathbed.
Why don't you ever hear about that? I've never heard that before.
Yep. It was the builder. The person working on his estate said that he just snapped. You can imagine he probably mouthed off to him or something, and he just snapped and drowned him.
Wow.
Man.
I've never heard that. I'm going to have to read about that.
But if you think about it, he probably had coke and all kinds of stuff in his system. So
Yeah.
they probably did say that it was a misadventure.
100%. That's what I always thought it was. He just got too wild.
I just wonder how many people confessed to killing Kennedy on their deathbed.
Yeah.
Hey, I was in Portland 5 years ago, and there was a guy walking in the middle of 4 lanes of traffic screaming that he killed Ronald Reagan. And he was like 20 years old. So there's people out there that make false accusations.
Who was it that James Earl Ray was it that shot?
Yeah, he was the one who's supposedly killed Martin Luther King Jr.
On his deathbed. That he said he was like a patsy for something bigger, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I thought at first you were talking about the guy that possessed Chucky. What's his name?
What was his name? I can't remember.
It was something like that.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about in the actual movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name in there. Can't remember. I just watched that the other day too.
Charles Lee Ray.
Charles Lee Ray. Yeah.
Charles Lee Ray. What was that guy's name?
I'll never.
The person you were just talking about. What was his name?
James Earl. James Earl Ray.
That's close. That's close.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real close.
How about some of the most famous last words in history? Et tu, Brute? Et tu, Brute?
You know, people, I don't know what it is about TikTok, but people on TikTok love Caesar.
What for?
Just saying he's one of the greatest leaders of all time.
Uh,
Apparently, he's got some banger quotes out there.
he was a character, dude. There's a story of him when he got kidnapped or something, and he was on the boat and whatnot, and he's like, "Is that all you're asking for me?" And they like posed a ransom. He's like, "You should get more." And they like raised the ransom. Was having a good time with him. He's sitting around drinking. You know, they're just talking, having fun. He said, "You know, when I get freed, I'm going to come back and I'm going to kill you all," or something along the lines. And it was like, "Ah, Caesar, you crazy bastard, you." So when he got freed, he came back and killed them all.
Yeah, Crystal, I love Caesar salad too.
I don't like anything green. I don't like green food.
Like salad or Caesar dressing?
I don't like leaves. I don't like things green, like they call them peas, like green beans.
Not even on a sandwich. You don't like it adds a texture component.
No. If I get a sandwich with a lettuce on it, I peel it off and throw it out in the trash where it deserves to be.
I mean, like steamed lettuce, like if the sandwich was too hot and they added it and it's been sitting and it like that's bad, but a crunchy lettuce on a wrap or a sandwich adds a textural component that I feel is valuable to the experience of consuming that sandwich.
Good fresh lettuce on a hamburger, it goes with it.
I mean, if I want to eat trash like that, I'll go outside and eat like a deer and eat grass or something. You know what I mean?
All right. Talking about this right here, the poet Rainer Maria Rilke said, "I don't want the doctor's death. I want to have my own freedom."
Nice. That's how I want to go.
Let's see. Another weird confession. So it's just titled Hannah Quick's False Testimony Frees Wrongfully Imprisoned Man in the Late 1900s. It says that on her deathbed, Hannah Quick admitted to her daughter that she lied about witnessing 3 men attack a couple in a car, leading to their conviction for attempted murder. One died in prison. The others served over 30 years, but her confession actually overturned the conviction, highlighting how perjured eyewitness accounts can destroy lives.
Nice.
He used to.
Oh yeah, the green stuff. Let's see, I'm 40 now, so what is that? 13 years? Yeah, since I've partook in that. Maybe longer. Oh no.
Maybe less.
Maybe let's get at least that long. I started getting paranoid. It scared me to death. Thomas Edison, it's very beautiful over there. It's very beautiful over there.
You know, that reminds me. So I've just been in a unique situation to be around people who are close to death in the last few years. And
it's weird.
One of them was talking, like he just entered a room full of people.
Yeah.
And then left. Like we just entered a room full of people and just left.
Yeah. Dad, was on the verge of death several times before he actually passed. One time when he was getting ready to pass and they called it before and revived him or whatever, I was in the room with him and he woke up out of a dead sleep. He's like, "Why have you got so many people in here?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Where did all these people come from?" And I was looking around, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? He's like, you need to get all these people out here before we get in trouble. He's like, you can't have a party in here. And I was like, well, okay, I'll get them out here. He said, good. And he went back to sleep. And about 45 minutes later, he coded, but they brought him back. That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange.
That's nuts. I'm telling you, we need like a code word just in case.
Yeah.
That the people you see aren't the people you know. Like if you were to see me, we need like a code word. And maybe this won't help any, but at least if we had a code word, if I'm like, you need to walk into the lot, you could be like, well, you need to tell me the code word.
I know. It needs to be a joke. I'll be like, what job, please? $20 an hour. And you'll say planting tulips.
That's probably going to be it now.
Well, so I've got the next video session we have. I've got a video of this dude explaining the history of where like that thought process comes from and related to the archons.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty long video, but it's worth like starting and stopping and talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to hitting that with you guys.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's see. Bob Marley's last words were always real inspirational. Money can't buy life.
That's true.
Very true.
In some cases.
Yeah.
You know, over 1 million people go missing every year. So obviously money can buy some life.
Yeah. You can't buy you extra life unless you got billions of dollars in the
Yeah.
But yeah. I get where he's coming from.
So this one is kind of up our alley. So on his deathbed, Christian Sperling reveals that the original Loch Ness Monster photo was a hoax in 1994.
Really?
He said he admitted he helped fake the iconic 1934 surgeon's photograph of Nessie. He said that it was a toy submarine with a molded head, and this particular image has fueled decades of monster mania and tourism in Scotland. But there's tons of people who came out and spoke out against that notion. But, you know, there's more than one picture of Nessie, too.
Yeah. Was that the doctor who supposedly took the original picture?
It had to be close to the original because it was 1934.
Yeah, I was
Look
thinking
up the surgeon's photograph, Cecil, of Nessie.
Yeah, while you're looking that up, I got another one that you may find amusing.
It'd have to be a doctor if he's a surgeon.
Yeah, it was a doctor. Yeah, it was a Louise Marie Thrace de Saint Maurice. The Comtesse de Versailles let one rip while she was dying, and she said, "Good, a woman who can fart is not dead."
Too
bad one got us not on tonight.
That's savage.
That's funny.
But also probably not true.
Yeah, you fart when you pass. I think that's one of the first things you did.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I don't know if that looks like a toy submarine to me.
What they did was because of that, this is something that they've recreated. They recreated this whole photo. It was a toy submarine, and they put some kind of thing on it and made it look like that.
I will say the wave breaks are too big to be like, you know, it looks like it's in a bathtub and not a lake. The wave breaks are too long.
Yeah, but even with this, which when I was a kid, I always thought this one was fake anyway. Even with this, because there was one thing where people, I seen one time when somebody said it was an elephant.
Yes.
Because when elephants swim across, they put their trunks up.
Right. Yeah, and that's a lot of people thought that's what it was because there was a circus near or something like that, and there was just an elephant swimming around in the loch. So
Yeah.
I mean that would make more sense than because you think about what do they say that these are? Not a bronchiosaur, but a plesiosaur.
Yeah.
And how big a plesiosaur is, the wave breaks, even in the middle of the ocean, you're not going to see wave lines like that unless it's a storm.
Yeah.
Like it, when you compare the head of like a massive animal, it just don't
Yeah.
make sense.
Right. Yeah. With that right there, though, I mean, with the lock, I'm sure the winds get up pretty big in Scotland. So I don't know. With that head, though, it does look more like the end of a trunk to me than it would be the head of a plesiosaur.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean,
Plus, that could be big floppy ears in the water. Like you could almost outline the ear holding water right there.
Yeah. But I don't know. Again, that's one of those things, though. Whenever you when you look at all the reports of the people who claim that they've seen Nessie in the lock, I mean, if only one or two of them are actually true, then I mean, there's something to it.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying there's nothing there. I'm just saying
Yeah.
this picture might not be the best representation.
Right. Yeah. To me, it definitely not. I mean, to me, looking at it here on this, I mean, yeah, especially there on the left hand part of it, move your arrow to the left, and I mean that looks more like an ear than a body.
Yeah.
yeah, you can see where it cuts off. Like if it was Nessie, it'd be a bump, but it would go straight down,
Like you see
down like that.
You see where the bottom left shadow sort of leg thing starts?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Down up right there. Go down a little bit. Right there. I think that's the bottom part of the ear because their ears are floppy.
Right.
So I think the ear goes all the way out to the left, like where the squiggle is.
And what do you think this is?
The other part of the ear that's underwater.
Hmm.
Yeah. And right there below it looks like that would be the shadow. So
Yeah.
it could be a shadow.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm glad elephants don't have perfectly round ears.
yeah, that's a weird one.
Mickey Mouse, that tracing could have got interesting.
I usually try, but I couldn't figure out how to do it.
I gotta show you what I'm saying.
This is the last meal that I hope was truly disgusting.
I'm saying that the ear,
yeah, is right there.
Well, let me find some colors here. That the ear's like this, and the other ear's probably like this. Something like that.
Maybe.
Definitely this. Like I think this is the bottom part of the ear. This is like the floppy part.
So
and this is holding water.
Yeah.
Lee, we're talking about the Loch Ness monster, but overall we're talking about crazy deathbed confessions.
We're sprinkling in last known words, deathbed confessions, and last meals.
The person that took that picture said that it was fake on their deathbed.
Yeah. And this last meal I hope was truly disgusting for this person. Adolf Hitler. Last meal, spaghetti with light tomato sauce. I hope it tasted rancid.
For Hitler?
Yeah.
Do they have that in Argentina?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
I don't know if they have that in Argentina.
I figure in Argentina he had a steak.
That's true.
But if you don't believe that, then it was probably a bullet.
Yeah, that's true. John Dillinger's was pork chops, fried onions, and ice cream. There's a running theme with this ice cream, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't get executed. Well, he did, but not like not in a formal sense. he I guess his would be a lead supper too, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie Parker's last meal was fried chicken, mashed tatties.
Really?
Yep.
Let me see.
John Arthur Spinkelink spent his final days on death row in Florida, executed in 79. He spent his final days writing the last words on various pieces of mail. Capital punishment means those without the capital get the punishment.
Yeah.
He may have been onto something.
That's true.
That's true. Steve Jobs' last words were kind of weird. As everybody know, he was like a not religious person at all. His last words were, "Oh wow, oh wow."
That's really cool, Lee. Where's that at? For those listening, Lee Edwards said that they have a restaurant called Last Meals where they serve only the last meals that were served to killers.
I've heard of a restaurant like that. Where is that at? I like to go there. If it's within Mansfield, Ohio, it's close enough.
Well, you got to go there anyway because that's where they shot Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, close enough.
The Ohio State Reformatory is there.
Nice.
And some weird architecture, a lot of ghost.
Noise.
Singular. A lot of ghost.
A lot of ghostesses. Noise.
If you live close to there, do you ever go to that music festival that they have at the Reformatory? There's been some actually really cool. That's amazingly. So I'm sure you have been there then. Well, that's cool. I didn't know that, Lee.
That's wild.
Lee, we should do an episode on the Ohio State Reformatory and you can come on and tell us about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
James Dean, last meal, apple pie milk. Last words.
Oh,
that guy's got to stop. He'll see us. He didn't.
Lee, at one point, I probably was within like throwing distance of your backyard. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Maybe when it's a little bit warmer, just so you're not freezing. Maybe we'll plan it for like the spring or something when it warms up.
Yep.
We'll have Lee Edwards live from Mansfield Prison, the Ohio State Reformatory. Well, that'd be cool.
Man, I think we've talked about the James Dean card before, haven't we? When we talked about cursed objects.
Yes.
How did they rebuild this thing, man? Like, this is from the wreck. Look at that.
Probably just fabricators. Like they couldn't have. They probably just rebuilt the car out of metal from this car because it was basically a kit car.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But that was the car that was supposedly cursed, wasn't
it? Yeah. Jeez, that's nasty.
People are gonna wreck out. It's like, what was it? There was a desert or whatever with one tree in it, and somebody hit it.
Yeah,
and knocked it over.
Yeah, that's wild. Oh no, man. But Bonnie Parker's last meal was also Clyde's last meal. So Bonnie and Clyde ate fried chicken, mashed potatoes. My favorite dish as their last meal.
Fried chicken?
I love fried chicken more than anything. Pizza's close second. But fried chicken, my faves.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely have to have like buffalo wings as part of my last meal.
We should do that. I mean, we're getting close to an hour. We don't have to run too far over. What would be your ideal last meal?
Buffalo wings, steak. There's a restaurant here that has this thing called a volcano potato. It's like a twice baked potato with sauce, but the way they bake the potato, the crust of the potato itself is so crunchy that when you cut into it, you get like part of the twice baked potato and this crunchiness of the skin, plus the sauce.
Tell me more.
And then I don't know. I probably wouldn't be able to eat no more after that. Like I just,
if it was your last meal, you couldn't eat anymore.
I'd probably be one of those people that'd be just too nervous to even eat.
What about you, Steven? What would be yours?
Oh, man. I don't know. Beef ribs would have to be at the top of the list. Beef ribs or crab legs or something like that. It'd be for me. A lot of butter with the crab legs.
I'd want to get a little taste of everything. Fried chicken. Get me 2 nice strips from Lee's. Famous recipe. Mashed tatties from KFC. Bacon, banana pepper, and black olive pizza from Jets. Ribeye. Of course, a burger. I won't go out on a good burger. Pat's Burger.
Oh yeah, Pat's Burger would be good.
Yeah,
Pat's Burger would be good.
And a good peanut butter milkshake.
Peanut butter
from the Quickie Market.
From the Quickie Market.
Yeah. Well, whenever it warms up and you don't have to be miserable over there, we should definitely do that. So Landa, it's your responsibility in April or May to remind us to hit Lee up.
Popeye's mashed tatties and gravy is all right. It's good.
I don't think I've ever had Popeye's mashed potatoes.
They're good. They're fine. Bojangles recently changed their gravy. It's pretty good now. It used to be.
There's a Lee's in a gas station in Falmouth that's really good.
The Lee's in Corbin's good. Lee's just in general is better than KFC.
Yes.
That's what people don't understand when they come to Corbin, Kentucky.
Was he his nephew?
Something like that.
It was like Colonel Sanders' nephew started Lee's.
Yeah. When people come to Corbin to go to the first KFC, they don't realize that they're passing the best chicken restaurant before they get there. So
really?
I think Lee's is actually still regional. Do you have Lee's, Stephen?
No, we do not have Lee's.
So it is regional. But if you ever do see a Lee's famous recipe, it is Colonel Sanders's, like I think it's his nephew that started it.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Our Lee's turned into a pharmacy.
Yeah, the Lee's in Manchester is a pharmacy now. The one in London did burn down. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about.
That's like the dilemma of Manchester. Any restaurant that goes out of business, any business that goes out of business turns into a pharmacy.
Check this out. So we had a little branch bank. It went out of business. Pharmacy. Lee's shut down. Pharmacy. The place I worked at, Shaker's Pizza. Pharmacy.
My favorite of all time is Manchester might be the only place where a Taco Bell has ever went out of business.
Yeah.
So a barbecue place moved in after Taco Bell, and now a pharmacy has moved in. So this is the only place in a world where you've got a gas station pharmacy combo with a drive-through. So you can go get your 12-pack and your medicine in the same place.
Yeah. Crystal, we're both from Manchester. Tully and I both are from good old Gunchester.
Yep. Cecil and me, we go way back.
Yep.
Yeah. So, well, with all those pharmacies, is there a lot of pain management?
Appalachia is like where the opioid crisis started.
There's a lot of people managing pain over there, that's for sure.
And I'll tell you, like the evolution now, So first the problem came, and then the solution came, which was a bunch of like drug recovery places.
Yeah.
And now the place looks like The Walking Dead because people who get kicked out of their programs just get left on the street.
Yeah. It's, I never realized how crazy it looked over there when I lived there. I just thought it was, normal. And when I go back there now, I go, man, this place is a shithole.
Crystal, do you cut hair? If I ever move back, I'm gonna need a good barber.
I don't think
or equivalent.
I don't think there are any good ones over in Manchester. Well,
not in Manchester. There is a good barber in London.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of want to move back to Manchester. I think I might move back there. Mandy's on this kick of wanting to move.
That's where you're gonna move.
We're gonna move to Manchester.
Well, Crystal, if I ever move back down into the area, I'm needing a good. I keep my stuff lined up. I know you can't tell with the hat on, but I'm always getting lined up every 2 weeks.
Nice.
If you worked at Great Clips in London,
yeah, you probably cut my hair before.
What's it? Melanie. What's his wife's name?
Yeah, Melanie. Melanie. I don't know if we should say her full.
No, don't say her last name. But I did used to get my hair cut by someone named Melanie at Great Clips in London.
Yeah, Brian. We call him something else, but yeah, Brian. But yeah, we hung out with them a lot.
Crystal, you might have cut all of our hair and didn't even know it.
It's quite possible. It is quite possible. But I mean, it's 9:04. We gave y'all content. This content.
This is content.
This content.
I'm trying to. We're going to talk about it more, but maybe like as we have some time over the next couple of weeks with the holidays and stuff. If we get bored, maybe we'll do some extra shows or something.
Yeah. Depending on when I get back tomorrow, I gotta take my nephew out tomorrow after we get done doing some Instacarting. We like Instacarting. You make a little money, get a little exercise.
Oh, you're talking about executing Instacart.
Yeah, we do Instacart. It's fun. It's fun. It's like a little workout that you get paid for. And I get to drive real fast, and Mandy don't complain because I'm like, we got to get it there fast. She's like, yeah, get it there. And I'm like, or in that little car, it's like me.
All right. Well, if you want to lead us out.
Well, follow us and like and subscribe, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Go and try out some beef honey from 4rbs.com.
Oh, yeah.
Before the letter R.
There's probably not time before Christmas, but there is time before you get sick. And this stuff is awesome for a sore throat.
Oh, yeah. How's it? Have you ate any of that hot honey?
Yeah, I love it.
It's delicious, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm excited to add it into stuff like my favorite thing to add hot honey into is like Korean recipes.
Can you taste the spit in it?
Nope. It's all good. Gravy.
Oh, man.
Come back next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, where we'll be covering the news you might not have heard everything about this week. And we may spend another epi.
Keep an eye on turn notifications on or something, because depending on what's happening tomorrow, we may do a show. I don't know.
We may do one. We may do one. We may not. We may do two. That's just how we roll. And thank you all. Well, I may go out to town here in a minute and come back and turn this damn thing on and run by myself for a little bit.
Talk out into the ether.
Talk out into the ether.
Hello, world.
Hello, welcome to Late Night with Cecil. We'll be playing Barry White all night while I talk seductively.
I don't know about that one, man. You
That
need to come
might be
on board
the-
like Art Bell or something.
That might be the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
get on here and
that's
just
it.
start screaming about stuff. That seems to be what goes viral. Is just like people being like, "Bah!" Like
I watched Hillary Clinton turn into a reptile. We're turning Donald Trump. We're riding a jet ski in the Gulf of America.
that's the kind of stuff people listen to. Honestly,
Yeah.
They're riding a jet ski and they're going wee. But anyway, thank you all for watching us because we are watching you.
Peace.